Away from politics, here in Lagos, the state government has assured that it would leave no stone unturned to ensure the full implementation of the 2022 budget of consolidation. The State Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Sam Egwube, accompanied by some members of the State Executive Council, gave the assurance at a press briefing on the detailed analysis of the year 2022 budget in Ikeja. MI7 News has the details in this report.
The 2021 budget, christened the Budget of Consolidation, according to the Commissioner, was a landmark in the history of the state, both in its size and texture. It said the approved budget was of 1.758 trillion naira, made up of 1.167 trillion naira capital expenditure and 591.281 billion naira recurrent expenditure. It said the budget will focus on construction and completion of projects in the aspect of roads, traffic management, infrastructure, health, science, technology, sports, building of data across the 5 divisions, and environment.
The 2022 budget, which we have christened the Budget of Consolidation, is a landmark budget in the history of the state, both in its size and texture. The approved 2020 budget of 1.758 trillion, made up of 1.167 trillion capital expenditure and 591 billion recurrent expenditure, results in a capital to recurrent ratio of 66 to 34% in favor of our capital expenditure, which means that this budget focuses quite heavily and deliberately by 66% on our capital spend around our infrastructure.
New classroom blocks, new schools, entirely new schools, expansion of existing schools, because we've already agreed that we are going to provide multiple pathways for students in our schools by ensuring that within the same campus they are able to attend general education classes or vocational classes. And of course, we'll still expand Lasg by adding what we call monotechnics, that is focused on IT, focused on fashion design, and so on. So for all this, we plan to spend a minimum of like 10 billion naira.
I'm glad to say that the last 2 years has seen us attack major arterials to get this road network functioning. And so the focus this year is more of the inner roads. The inner roads, the budget size of PwC, what would they have done in the last 2 years is to ensure that first is the quality assurance of the products that is coming out from PwC. That has been guaranteed, everybody can access to that. The next thing also is capacity development. They must have enough manpower to be able to attack all of these roads. That has also gone massive. You've seen a lot of recruitment and employment go on in PwC. Sleepover zones in Mota, in Badagry, and Odorubaga. They've done a lot of massive investments around that sleeping base, and then getting all of the workforce geared towards expansion of more gangs. So the gangs have expanded from 17 to 51, so that they can attack this inner roads.
The Commissioner, however, added that the year 2021 budget performance, the revised 2021 budget of 1.257 trillion naira, had a total revenue of 185.573 billion naira and deficit financing of 271.994 billion naira. The capital to recurrent ratio stood at 59 to 41.